Hope this helps you. This is the demo version that I'm doing for our record keeper. It's designed specifically for our church called Eagle River Baptist Church Record Keeper 2.2. This is the demo version, and actually, I did it's a Microsoft Access database. There are two that I could do. I could do a ACCDE. That's an executable file, which I'm gonna be demonstrating today. And then there's just the normal access database. The ACCDE is a little more versatile. If you don't have access, you can actually get a runtime for access. You can download something for access where you could just run it, um, or you can just get the Microsoft Access. I believe this is 2016 that I'm using, or higher. So let's just take a look here at the Access Database executable file. We're going to click on the demo here and just go ahead and open it. Okay. And this will pop up. This is, as you can see, this is the splash page. Um, Let me just go through it really quick. Here is where you can put all your church information, your accounting information for your church. Uh, Here, all of your address, the physical address where your church is located, phone, website, all that stuff. Mailing address could be different. Mine is a PO box. If you have any deacons, I left room for several different deacons. I believe it was one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight different deacons here, and their phone numbers. So if you need to get a hold of somebody, you can get a hold of them. Now I also have another thing here for trustees. So if you don't have any deacons, but you have trustees, you could just go ahead and put those names in there as well. I have 3 slots for that with their phone numbers. Board contacts, all right? So pastor, secretary, treasurer, that's your main board. You can have other people on your board if you want, but we've only got 3 on our board. Then, of course, that's the way it's structured corporately: pastor, secretary, treasurer. Okay. Deacons, your deacon could be a board member, but if you have more deacons than you have board contacts, then you can just do that. Okay. So here you can go ahead and just do that. Press save, and then when you do the report, it'll bring up a window like this. Okay. You can choose to just do that, or you can blow it up all the way. Um, I like to do that. It's a pop-up dialog thing, and it'll just give you the a report of all the information that you had put into this thing here. So it's on paper, and if you want to give it to somebody that needs it, then you can just do it that'll be an easy printout for you. Okay. Now this is, of course, your save. This is duplicate record. I don't think you're going to need that unless you have a satellite church. But then, you got just the standard buttons here, and then that's close. Close form, and then it'll bring it right back here. Okay. This right here is when you press import export, you can export your entire database to Excel, and that's talking about everything in here. Okay. Import entire database from Excel. If you have the Excel template, what it'll do is it'll bring it to, I believe it'll bring it to your uh, documents folder. It's either that or your desktop. I can't remember, but you just you can export all the information out, and this actually is helpful in case you need to uh, you need to have it on file for another import if, say, there's an upgrade to the version or something and you're trying to import it. It's just there. I have it. I don't really use it a lot or at all really, but it is there in case it's needed. You just press clear and it goes away. Okay. Um, you want to put your contacts in here. There's a salutation here for whoever the contact is, uh, their names, their address. You want to put their mailing address if it's different than their physical address. Okay. Contact information for them: phone, email, emergency contact, emergency name. Membership. So if they happen to be a member, non-member, just a visitor, a friend, you could just press that. If they have a certain class that they're in, that like a Sunday school class, you can put them in there. You can also just put that if they're a teacher, then you can put that as well. Okay. If they joined, you have joined by baptism, joined by letter, or joined by statement. Okay. And then date joined is the date here. Now notes, anything that has pertains to them, maybe they have children, maybe their husband, wife, whatever. Um, you can put that in there. Any family information, any pertinent information, just put it in there. Birthday anniversary. Okay, it'd be nice to have that. If you do, you can send a birthday card, anniversary note there. Family ID. This is just sort of a number I make up, just so that I can keep track of each family is going to have an ID. So if it's uh, let's just say a husband and a wife, they're going to have that ID there. It's just for an identification purpose. Okay. Um, Now you have also up here you have some different buttons. Okay, export to Excel. Excel, you have a mail merge with for this database here. So if you want to send something, um, just because it's just because of this uh, access database, the mail merge isn't really working. But um, you can export this whole database to Excel. Okay, it'll automatically, again, I pressed it brought it all the way to, I think, the uh, documents folder. Okay. Um, Sunday school registry. So, if you have children in your Sunday school and you want to go ahead and register them, okay, type in their allergies. That's a good thing. Parent phone, all that stuff. You put the authorized person to be able to pick them up or to deal with that child. You put that. All of that's going to be on your forms when you intake the child. You're going to want to have a form so that the parent can sign off as far as their Sunday school, so that there's no question if they're having snacks in the school or in the Sunday school, they might be allergic to wheat or whatever. So you can just have that. Um, Also, when you fill these out and you have multiple children, there's a couple of reports here that you can have. Children's attendance records. Okay, you're going to be putting in their names, attendance date, and stuff. These are all very detailed records that you can use if you like. Okay, you don't have to use these. They may be very burdensome to you, but I could use them. Um, Children's birthday report. If you have, it'd be nice to know the kids' birthdays in your class, so you can have a little birthday party for them or something like that. It's a real simple report. Birthday by month, the last name and the first name. That's it. Okay. Um, there is another report here. That report will open for the all of the kids that are in your registry. Okay. Um, First name, last name, date of registry, grade, what grade they're in, parents' phone, all that stuff. It's a good, easy reference to have in case you need it. Of course, if you want to, you go ahead and save the record, and then if you want to create a new record, just go ahead. There's a little thing here, new blank record. Okay. There's also a little button here that add record. Okay. That would make a new one to go into the table. If you need to delete it, you can use that button right there. Or if you want to close the form, you can close it from there. Bus ministry. So the bus ministry record is specific to the bus ministry. If you have kids that are in the bus ministry, they don't necessarily have to come to the Sunday school. Generally, they do, but it's good to have a all of this information in here. All this is I did bus ministry for a lot of years. This form is the product of a lot of experience in the bus ministry. Um, Being able to have the child's full name, grade, nickname. Sometimes they go by nicknames, and it's good to know that. Okay. Captain's roster is something that the bus captain is going to use as an attendance record. Okay. And let me see if I can move that down here. Just one second. All right. Now, what happens is when you put all those names in there, the child's name is going to be sorted out by the ascending records, but it's going to have the address, okay, of where the kid's going to be picked up and dropped off, uh, and then the little check mark whether or not they're here. It's a roster. You want to make sure that you have all your kids, okay, and then an emergency number for the parents. So if something happens while on the bus or at the school, you can contact the parents because a lot of times in the bus ministry, parents let their kids go to church, but they don't go themselves. And this is important to have that number. Okay. So this is you fill this out, and you'll be able to get this captain's roster from that. Also, a bus registry report will give specific more information about the child. Okay, so it's just a lot more information about each child. It'll be in rows for you, but the captain's report is specifically for when you're picking up the child that day on the bus. You're going to want to have a captain's roster of all your kids, and you're going to want to have an attendance record of whether or not they're there. Okay, um, so you can save, duplicate the record, add a new record, search for different next record. If you want to search for a child's name, just go in here, search for the name, type in the name, and it'll bring it right up to the record. And then, of course, you can export all of that to Excel or import it from another Excel file. All right. Um, Here in the membership, we're in the contacts. Okay. There is for as far as a prayer request form. Okay. You can create your own prayer request thing here. Type in the prayer request, the person who's requesting it, the date, and any updates to it. And when you print out your report for the prayer request, you have um, a whole thing that you can take to church with you with all of the prayer requests and the date and any updates, and then you can pray for the things that are on that list. Okay, that's something that you can bring to the church with you. You can make copies of it, and it'll be good to update those prayer requests. Um, okay, again, the save button there, duplicate the record, find different records. You can search for it. If there are records, this will work. But this is the report button. Okay. All right, and then again, the prospects forms. Now, this is when you're doing major campaigns, and I use this when I go to I get lists from uh, different people uh, that I pay for. And what I can do is they'll give me a phone number. That's if it's not on the do not call registry list. I of course registered my phone with the do not registry list there so that I can go in and download that file. But the company that I'll pay the for the list. They'll give me names, addresses, and phone numbers of people who recently moved into the neighborhood, and these are people who maybe recently bought homes. people who are maybe new to the area, and I can go ahead and I can download that list from the email that they send me, and then I could either type it in or I can import that list from their file. Okay. And so I'll have the names and all those different things in there, and I've got a pretty extensive list. And then this is a cold call list form specific to if I want to just make phone calls for people, okay, who are in the neighborhood and invite them to church and let them know that we're here. This is I can again import a list to this as well. The report on this will give me um, it'll give me all the information that I need: phone numbers, the names, the phone numbers, and all those different things, different stuff, the addresses, all that stuff's going to be on that report. Okay, same basic functions up here. Prospects list report is again, these are people you want to visit at their homes, not door knocking. Okay, people that fill out contact cards so that you can visit them. This is all follow-up stuff. Okay, this is all good to have, not completely necessary, but good to have. Your birthday report is for the people, all your contacts. Remember, you're putting in their birthday anniversary. It's good to have that on file, print it out every month so that you can look at it every month. You can look to see whose birthday is coming up. Okay. Same thing with the anniversaries and the membership report. Vendors, all right. Now this is really nice to have. Uh, anybody you do business with, vendors, you can go ahead and type in the name, phone number, and stuff so that you can get a hold of them, and their website, which is good to have. It's just a reference thing to have, a good thing to have to where you can contact the people that you are contracting with, or they're contracting for you. Okay, snow plows, land services, uh, CPAs, those sort of things. Uh, you can export that to Excel. Okay, same thing. You can import external data into this here as long as you have the template. Okay, save it. You can copy it. You can delete it. All those different things. Ministries. This is a missionary registry right here. Now, this is really neat to have. You're going to type in the mission field that they're going to, first name, last name, spouse's name, children, when you started supporting them. Now, if they happen to leave the field or something and you stop supporting them, you can go ahead and just put end support and you're no longer supporting them. How much you're supporting them for, okay? All of the information that you're going to need, and we have a form that they have to fill out. Every missionary has to fill out so that we can be able to fill this out properly. And then when it'll come up here, as you can see all of them there, um, and you can do a query there for them. All right, now, um, so if as you save it and you want to add a new one, the new one will come up down here. You'll see them in the list. Okay. Um, all right, to close it out, you can press OK, and then that's it. Vacation Bible School. This is a special ministry, so doing this in here is actually kind of a good thing if you're able to do it, only because it'll give you a chance after Vacation Bible School, you can put all of this information into the database and then try to reach out for next year. Okay, so this is all really, really good stuff to have. Good follow-up stuff there for you to be able to try to maybe build your church, maybe get more people in your church. VBS registry. report will it'll give you a report on um, any authorized persons that are able to pick up your child, the parent, who all the information that they need. Okay. And then attendance report, so you can put in the attendance of the child into this thing as well. Okay. Um, it's not necessary, but you can do it. Okay, so this is to add a new one or save the record. You can duplicate the record or close it out. This is to delete it. Okay, chart of accounts. Now, chart of accounts is something you're going to need for your ledger when you're going into the type of the account type, and they're going to be it's the ledger for bookkeeping purposes. You're going to want to know what is this money being used for, or how is it being brought in. And for instance, let's just say we use the money for Bibles, so we're going to put in account type Bibles. Church supplies. Let's just say we have tithes and offerings, so we can put in account type offerings in ledger, or tithes, and you can put both if you want to for your income. If it's a general income that it's hard to describe, you can just put it, account type income. Let's just say you need to add more words, like more accounts. You can just easily type it in here and close it out, and then where it will show up is in your ledger. Here it is, right here. If you need to add anything into here, you can just add it in the chart of accounts. Okay, there it is, right there. Just add it down there and close. So you go to your checking ledger. I've got several different accounts. I've got a checking account. I've got an insurance deductible escrow. Okay, this is an escrow for our insurance. I've got construction costs escrow. These are all accounts that we have. This is why I designed it specifically for our church. And then I've got an insurance savings escrow. This insurance is so that we can have money for the next year's insurance costs. Okay, so that we can purchase our building insurance and our vehicle insurance. All right, so let's just go right into it really quick. Our main checking ledger, our operating account. This is operating, um, and we have you just put in your date, today's date, or whenever the transaction happened. The account. Now, when you're starting out, you want to start out as an opening balance. Okay, you're starting out with your opening balance, the date that you're opening the thing. So January 1st to 2026 would be the opening balance, January 1st. Then you have just put in here. You don't even have to put anything for the opening balance, um, and really opening balance you don't need it. Let's just say you're just going to add a regular transaction, and you spent money at Walmart. Okay, and we spent money today at Walmart, and we used the card, the card to buy at Walmart. Debit. Debit is always minus, and cash or check is always plus. Okay, so we debited $56.32 at Walmart, and we bought salt for the parking lot, and we bought let's just say um, what else would we need for let's just say a snow shovel. Okay, for the snow as an example. Then we put in we can call that maintenance exterior. We can do that, maintenance exterior. And then what we're going to do is we're going to scan the receipt into our um, uh, computer. We're going to scan it into a computer. And the way that I've got this set up is I've got let me go into our Eagle River Baptist Church, here. Let me find it. All right, and then I've got a banking folder. The way I have it set up is I've got a banking folder, the year of the banking folder, savings and checking. Okay, so this is savings checking. This is let's just say it's January. Okay, I've got January uh, 01 2026. Okay, this is just how I have it set up. And this is the first day of the month, the second day of the month, the third, all the way to the last day of the month, which is the 31st. And what I'll do is I will put receipts into the, for instance, Walmart snowblower receipt. Okay, I will scan that Walmart receipt in there. Okay, and what I'll do is I will go in and I will attach the receipt from that folder, and I'll look for it in the folder, and I'll just attach the receipt. And when you press the file and open, it'll put it right in here. So what'll happen is if you're when you're doing your auditing and you need to say, okay, well, let me take a look at that receipt, you just click on the receipt and it'll open it up in a PDF file. Okay, very simple to use. I like it. It's very easy. This is a reconciled button. Okay, now there is a reconciliation report here. Okay, and when you put in the uh, the different transactions, okay, it sorts it out by month. And what you'll do is you can print it out with all the transactions and compare it to your statement. And when you compare it with your statement, you just click it off as you reconcile it and on the paper. And then what I do is I just push that button once I know that everything is reconciled. I'll just push that button, and it'll be good for the report. Okay, so it's a little bit as far as bookkeeping is concerned. It's a good way for meticulous bookkeeping to have. There's some other reports here. I've got a detailed income report here, which includes let me try to. Sometimes you got to click on it twice because it clicks on the wrong report. But as far as the income report, okay, as you can see, um, it divides it between credit and debit. Okay, and then let me try to get it back into the thing here. So what it'll do is it'll run a running report there, and if you had income right there, let's just say it was $100, it would total up the income up here. So your total income report for February 2026 would have a running, and it would only calculate the income, not the debits. It would only calculate the income, and then the income would be on top. So the debits would be on the bottom, the income would be on top, but it'll calculate only the income for you. So it'll be easy for you to see, and it'll be easy for you to look at all of the income that are on top. So it'll just give you an easy report. The uh, income expense report will do a little bit different. Okay, let me try to get this in the screen area for you to see. What this will do is this will actually give you a running total here, and it'll give you a grand total. And by the time you look at the income and expenses, it'll total everything for you for your expense report. Okay, so you're going to see how many expenses you had that month. Okay, um, checking register. If I can get it, there you go. All right. Again, you have to click on the report a couple of times to make sure you got the right report. Okay. Checking register will it'll give you in paper form your ledger, a running report of your ledger, and then it'll give you a balance. Like for instance, the only thing we put in there was the 5632 debit, so it'll put in parentheses in 5632. Um, Now, if there was a uh, a plus of 100, it would give you a balance of what you actually have in there. So it's a running report of the balance of your thing. Now the balance is automatically calculated. You could always see your balance right down here. Okay. For, and all you got to do is save your transaction. Once you do it, save it, and it'll calculate it automatically for you. All down here. Okay. There's another reconciliation report here that you can use if you want to uh, be able to do that. I have it. Here we go. This month, February. This is the one that I actually use when I do my reconciliation. Okay. And then contributions and activities report. Now, this one is what we give at the end of the year. Um, we have, for instance, if there was somebody who gave, their name would be up here, and there would be as every time that they gave, whether it was by cash or check, and then it would total each person how much they gave. And you can give them this report. Thank you for your continued support in tithes and offerings at Eagle River Baptist Church. During the calendar year of 2026, no goods or services provided in exchange for your contribution other than intangible religious benefits. And then, of course, my wife is the secretary, so her signature is there. Now, I have to change this every year. Uh, Part of the program that I have to do is I have to do a new program every year. So 2027 I would have to change that for 2027. Okay. This is why it's not automatic for 2027. I have to go in and change it manually. Um, and Now the group report. Okay, I don't know. I don't think that's working. I'm gonna have to check that one out. But anyway, let me close it out and see if it'll come up again here. All right, so yeah, the group report actually will do like line by line. So uh, a grand total of it's not just specific to each person, but you'll have the headline of the person's name, or let's just say Fred Meyer or whatever, and it'll give a grand total of what you spent or who gave what. Okay, and it's just a quick reference there for you to see. Now, the one thing you have to make sure is that in every time you put in the account, like we spent money at Walmart, so I typed in Walmart. We spent money at Fred Meyer, so I type in Fred Meyer. The person that gave, let's just say, Manuel Fernandez gave a check of $100. Okay, and let's just say that was tithes and offerings. I'm gonna put offerings and tithes. Okay, see how it comes up. Well, I have to make sure that everything that's in this thing is spelled exactly the same way, correctly, every single time. So let's just say that you're not sure how it was spelled or how it looked. So you can go down to your search engine and type in MANU, whatever. It'll bring it up to the record. All you gotta do is copy and paste to the record that you're in. You can paste that and it'll be exactly the same way. Okay? Very easy to use, but it is a nuance. You have to make sure it's exact because when you're doing the report, if it's not exact, it's going to look. You're going to have two different Manuel Fernandez's spelled two different ways, and it's going to have different numbers. So you want it exact every time. And when you do it exactly the same every single time, it'll come up, it'll do a whole running total all the way down, and then it'll total it up here. Okay? All right. So now, uh, the insurance deductible ledger looks a little bit different. It's got the same functions, but it's a little bit less strenuous because really, as far as the savings is concerned, there's not going to be a lot of activity there. Um, and your operating is where you're going to have all your activity. You're spending money at Walmart. To buy church supplies. You're taking in tithes and offerings. Well, your saving ledger isn't really like that. Your savings ledger is just going to be, okay, I put money in there, and then I need to make sure it's reconciled at the end of the month. Okay, that's all it is. Same thing with the construction costs escrow. These are escrow, specific escrow accounts that we have. And again, it gives total balance down here. And then same thing, total balance down here. Uh, it's it's same functions. It looks a little different. Not that big of a deal. But the point is on this is to just uh, that these escrow accounts aren't going to have the same amount of activity as this. This is going to have most of your activity, the operating. Okay. Now, again, I've got our church logos on here. This is all designed specifically for our church. Um, so this is our program. This is how it's used. And if you have any questions about how to use the program or would like more information about getting one for your own church, please let me know and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. It does take a while if I am to build one for your church specifically. It would take me a little while to do, but uh, I'd be happy to entertain that idea of helping your church. All right. Well, thank you so much. And if you need any help, any questions, please let me know. God bless.